Hey, welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. This is just a short video this time, and this is for the Atari 2600. If you were of a certain age, or if you remember a lot of Atari titles, this will immediately look familiar to you. This is actually Ballblazer, which is running on an Atari 2600. This is just a prototype. It's in the early stages of being released. Now, it's been being worked on by one of the guys at Atari Age for years now. I think 4 years ago I first heard about this little project of his. Somebody asked, do you think Ballblazer would even run on an Atari 2600? And this fellow rose to the challenge. I'll put a link in the description below. Ballblazer actually came out for the 5200 and the 7800, never for the 2600. So for this to even work at all, this is very, very impressive. There's no sound, and it's just single player, or sorry, two player currently. There is no ability to set up drones to play against like there was in the 7800. I never played Ballblazer on original Atari hardware. I know it also came out on the 800 computer. I did play it on the Commodore 64, but it's very, very poor in comparison. I mean, it runs choppier, and the awesome soundtrack or the theme music, which unfortunately is not in this 2600 version, that plays very poorly on the Commodore 64. So, but this is the 2600 running Ballblazer, and it's really, really impressive. Now, let me just very quickly explain what you're looking at here. I'm on essentially a grid. Imagine a giant soccer pitch, and I'm in a vehicle, which that's the opponent. I'm in the upper screen, obviously, because it's moving around. And in the original sort of 5200, 7800, and Atari 800 versions, the vehicles that we are controlling don't look like just a pink box. They're actually more like almost like a Tron light cycle in a way. And in fact, that's kind of the appeal of this game. You've got this pseudo-Tron grid thing going on here. Anyway, I've got the ball. Let me just get past the opponent there, and there's the goalpost up ahead, so I'm just going to go over there and shoot. Yay! I got a point. You can see I scored one up in the upper corner there. So now it's a new round. Interesting thing, which is authentic to the original Ballblazer code, since I'm just doing single player and nobody's controlling the the opponent, I should say, you'll see as I pass him, that's his view down at the bottom. You can see I've got the ball in front of me. As I pass him, he actually turns to see me go past him and away. That is authentic to the original code. In Ballblazer, I guess to keep controls relatively understandable or intuitive, you didn't have to like rotate or anything. All you did was you moved backward and forward, and in order to turn around to defend your goal or to chase the opponent, the game would automatically turn you in relation to seeing the ball. So again, look down below and you'll see the opponent is watching me pass him and run away. That's very much like the original game. It's really impressive that it does that. Slight differences. Usually on Ballblazer different versions, as you hold on to the ball, it should swing back and forth, but that's a minor nitpick. I'm very impressed that the goalposts actually move, because that was from the original. What else can I say? I guess whenever you score higher points, the goalposts are supposed to be closer together. I'm sure that's all on the to-do list for the fellow who's making this game, but along with maybe some sound effects or something. And it'd be really nice if it had a single-player option where you could play against enemy AI. I mean, I could sit here and move one controller down here and move the other controller up there, I suppose, but that would be a bit crazy. Very impressive that this is moving as smoothly as it is. I mean, look at this. I've got split screen, and it is really, really smooth as silk, which is part of the Ballblazer experience. Again, on the Commodore 64, runs really, really choppy and not much fun. The fact that this has been able to get working this smoothly on a 2600, that's really impressive. There, now the bottom guy's got a point as well. Yeah, so that's Ballblazer. It runs on the Atari 2600. I mean, it's still a work in progress, but talk about an impressive work. I mean, smooth as silk. You have some rudimentary gameplay there, And yeah, all of that on an Atari 2600. Forget your 5200, your 7800, or your Atari 800 computer. This is it running on the grandfather of all, the Atari 2600. Very impressive. I look forward to the final version coming out. This is a great little project. Well worth the wait. Anyway, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.